Hey, beautiful souls. It's Ashlee Escobar back for another energy update specific to today's new moon in Virgo. For those of you just tuning in for the first time, I am Ashlee Escobar, the owner of Angelic Love and Light. I'm a holistic healer, but I'm also an astrologer. So I like to give you the information and help you to connect the dots on how you can use the lunar energy along with astrology and astronomy to help your healing process, your everyday life, your relationships, and your connections, and much, much more. So I'm going to keep this sweet and short. So if you don't know what a new moon is, go check out the short videos and see what that new moon basic video is. Basically, the moon represents your emotional body in your natal chart. So a very specific aspect of your personality, your emotional body. And the new moon and the full moon impact your emotional body a lot. So today we have a new moon that's actually intensified. Why is it intensified, you ask me? It's intensified from the last super full moon that we had. The last super full moon that we had was a rare second full moon in 1 month. And so the energy kind of lingers over into the following new moon, which is today. We have the sun, the moon, all in Virgo, and Mercury about to go direct tomorrow in Virgo, its domicile sign. So lots and lots of earth energy. We actually have 6 earth signs right now and 5 mutable planets. So that's all about adapting and becoming flexible and getting grounded and centered in what you want. The Virgo characteristics are impacting us regardless if you're a Virgo or not. Some people may be impacted by this energy more, and the signs that I'm finding are being impacted more are Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, along with Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Some of the signs that are a little irritated are Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising, and those are just a few that I've noticed from an observational standpoint and knowing my astrology and astronomy like the back of my hand. So each sign has a duality of characteristics, positive and negative kind of, but the Virgos are intense in many ways, and it's a darker energy because new moon is when the moon is the farthest away from Earth, so there's the least light. So people's emotional bodies and minds could be getting really dark in different ways. That could lead to sadness, depression, anger, hostility, all types of things. But we always have these good and bads that can be happening, and actually a lot more people online and memes that you see, they always present the positive energy, and I like to warn you of both sides because let's face facts, you're dealing with the world, and the world is not always positive, and people aren't always positive and mindful. So I like to be honest and just say how it could be presenting, because as the new moon, it represents new beginnings and the start of another lunar cycle and kind of fresh new energy, if you will. There has to be old stuff that surfaces regardless if it's a new moon or not. And there's things that are being brought up to your subconscious and your emotional body to show you, highlight kind of what needs to be let go of or what needs to be released. And there actually is a really positive happening. There's a grand trine with Jupiter and another planet with the sun and the moon, and so this has opportunity for financial healing and healing overall within your physical body and nature, and I'm going to explain why. But there is 5 mutable energies in the planets right now, so it's all about tuning in with the earth and your own personal energy right now and the changes that are happening. So depending on where you are in the world, today opens up the fall equinox gateway, leading up to the equinox point on September 22nd when we start Libra season. So things will calm down from this intense Virgo season that it's been. I usually love Virgo season, but not this one. And things will balance out and kind of like calm down a little bit, but you'll still be presented challenges no matter what season you're in. So slow down and do what you need to feel centered. A lot of people are noticing where they're not slowing down and they're being shown, but some people kind of resist it or fight it, and they're not feeling centered. They're not feeling balanced. Maybe it's your mental body. Maybe it's your spiritual maybe it's your physical body. But Virgo is all about discerning and releasing. So discerning, making choices, releasing, they kind of like process and need to take time to make their decisions, and releasing what relationships and connections and stuff that does not work for them. Now this is trickling over into all of us, and there's some common themes going on that I want to talk about. Simplicity and planning. Virgo is very much a planning kind of sign, and you have to watch out because anything that they contribute could be too much of also. So you can't be trying to plan and down to a T and nitpicking every single little plan and when it's going to happen. It's about creating simplicity in your life and whatever that looks like for you, or becoming more simple of a person. Having awareness. This has been a huge theme all week that I'm observing of people not having awareness, because that's kind of what it does. It makes you act, think, or do things that you normally wouldn't, to see like, are you going to catch it? Are you going to learn from it? Or are you going to keep doing the same things that are fucking your life up? So having awareness is really important throughout life, because if you're an adult, you need to take responsibility. And having self-awareness is really important, because then you can identify the parts of you that you need to work on. Some people aren't ready to acknowledge the certain parts that they need to work on, and they are rather be in victim mode and denial and blame other people, and it's always somebody else's fault, or they're always losing friends. But really, take a look at yourself, sweetie, and look in that mirror, and what is it about you that you need awareness about? Also, another theme is getting out in nature, connecting with the earth element. Virgo is an earth element sign, and nature has natural healing abilities. There's lots of herbs that are used for lotions, potions, and healing, and it would be really beneficial to incorporate these and use these. Focus on not nitpicking. Ask yourself what is important. Everything has a consequence. What are you taking in to your life? What are you consuming? What's the company that you're keeping around you? What words are you using? What are you watching and consuming? All these things you need to have awareness about, because when you ask yourself what's really important, if it's not in that equation, get rid of it. Some people feel that they can heal themselves and they're all that they need, and that's not true. It's so funny when I hear people say that, because yes, all the answers are within you, but sometimes your ego and your wounds are holding you back in such a way that that's why you actually need a coach, a mentor, somebody to look up to, somebody to learn from. Having fewer desires. This connects back to the simplicity. One word, boil down to what you want, what desire you have, into one word. Is that peace? Is that balance? Is that healing? And focus on that word for the next 6 months in all of your new beginnings, your new connections, your new relationships. Honestly, right now is not the time for new stuff. I would be working on, with this new moon, new mindsets. The collective is supposed to be in a cocoon season, but the collective doesn't know this. And my members, I told them, I'm like, I'm putting all of you in a cocoon season, because that is what seasonally we're supposed to be doing, is getting ready to harvest and cocoon for leading up to the winter, so then we can spring and rebirth, and summer, celebrate and live and have fun. So think about your physical and your mental diet. Are you creating chaos in your life? Are you chaotic? Or are you peaceful and bringing joy to your life and your experiences and your connections? Because there is a lot of duality out there. Because Virgos are such perfectionists or very critical of themselves and other people, there's been a lot of nitpicking this week, like nitpicking every little thing, like almost like a monkey going through somebody's hair and just like picking out everything. And the people that are doing it, I'm laughing because they're really neurotic. Like, they're really neurotic. They look really fucking crazy. And that's a word I don't use all the time, but these people have neurotic energy. And it's a lot of, honestly, Virgo moon, Virgo rising, Virgo sun. Calm down. Everything is fine. Actually, you're forgetting the bigger picture when you're nitpicking at every little detail like that. So refine. It's all about refining your choices and what seeds you're planting into your life right now. Don't get carried away with all the details. So with Mercury retrograde going direct tomorrow, which means Mercury is the planet of communication. Mercury is also the planet that impacts technology. So I'm laughing because all during Mercury retrograde, there was a lot of interruptions on my meditations. And my usual clients know this, and they're really considerate of it because there's nothing you can do about internal and external distractions. It actually kind of preps you for what life is all about, just trials and tribulations. There's never going to be full silence. But with it going direct tomorrow, communication and tech issues will lighten up. And it's asking you, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to yourself, your thoughts, your words, your actions? Are you using kindness within your words and your thoughts and actions on other people? Are you having kindness towards animals and plants? This is really magnifying energy because Virgos are very connected to animals. It's all about setting intentions this new moon for yourself, your mindset, your physical body, your emotional body, and asking yourself what matters to you. What do you want more of? And what is it that you need to do to be happy? Because some people really aren't happy, and you can tell because they're projecting a lot of shit onto other people. So clean up your mess. Clean up your mess, because some of you are really messy right now. Really, really messy, either emotionally, mentally, or physically. And Virgos are cleaners. They are tidy. They like organization. And some people are really messy right now. And so choose your thoughts, words, and action wisely, and catch more on the next episode of the energy updates. The new moon in Virgo is a beautiful moon, but it is a highly intense one, way more intensified than Scorpio energy. So you combine those two things and you got crazy, insanity, neurotic energy. But we're leading up to October, which is also the eclipse season, which is very hard for most. So the next few months are not going to be as calm as people think. And leading up to, I say that things aren't going to calm down until December. So be prepared for it and use this energy to know how it works, how it connects with you. The biggest thing you can do is get your natal chart done and understand yourself at a cellular level, and then start using your natal chart in combination with the current energy transits to understand more about yourself, why you get bothered, what is surfacing to your subconscious and your emotional body. And I dove in and talked really fast, but if anybody has any questions, drop them in the comments. I'd love to answer. If you want to book your natal chart, you can do so at the website going across the screen. And I will catch you next time, beautiful souls.